Violence against women was and is a sad companion in the shadows of war. Shortly before her death, my grandmother, a former refugee, reported on the cruel realities that women had to endure during the Second World War. Decades of silence characterized these women, as they were often confronted with ignorance and recrimination. Silence became the norm. On 7th of October, this horrific pattern was repeated in Israel, when more than 200 people, including many women and girls, were abducted, humiliated and murdered by Hamas. Those who believed in peace and coexistence were brutally disappointed. Women who cultivated friendships with Arab neighbors became victims of unspeakable atrocities. Some managed to escape, but their accounts of torture and rape are shocking. If the remaining 14 female hostages are released, they could return pregnant or with children. Never again must we remain silent. On International Women's Day on 8 March, Dr. Remco Lehmhaus, director of the American Jewish Committee Berlin, criticizes the continuing silence of many women's and human rights organizations on these crimes, including the long silence of UN Women. Women around the world take to the streets on 8 March to draw attention to their rights and the continuing gender discrimination to be loud. But since the Hamas attack on 7th of October 2023, there are doubts as to whether the consensus against misogynist violence also applies when the victims are Israeli or Jewish women. Video footage documents the horrific acts against women like Shani Luke and Naama Levi. It is appalling that some organizations reacted late or not at all. Anti-Semitism is evident here, where gender-specific crimes committed by Hamas are not clearly condemned. Jewish women worldwide feel betrayed and abandoned. The hashtag #MeToo unless you are Jewish makes this clear. It is the betrayal of the victims of Hamas and of women worldwide who experience sexualized violence. Anyone who does not have a clear stance on these crimes at all times is hardly credibly following in the tradition of the international women's movement. Let us fight together for a world in which women everywhere are free and safe.